Hey guys, another video again with Mr. Skills. We're talking about in this fourth video. We're talking about the ideas of the realms inside the human body itself. There, the seven chakras itself there, apparently containing infinite or basically a thousand or infinite realms itself there, which is really interesting there. But this is a concern about like the first quote unquote personal heaven, the personal hell as well, which is actually in contemplation. Expiation is pretty interesting, to be honest. The expiation is pretty interesting, but really the issue about these things itself there, or basically personal heaven itself there, is shaped itself there by the idea of a perception itself there, of a person or individual there, about what heaven is there, their desires as well, but not also like desires itself as in a context itself there, or lower desires but higher desires itself there, a higher desire, or the spirit itself there, hell obvious itself there, the realm of trauma itself and such new angels and angels itself there, and demons reside there. The angels and demons reside there when basically a person itself there were on a negative vibration, a lower vibration. Obviously they are connected to hell there, when they are basically on a really high mood itself there, and having like positive thoughts there on heaven itself there. The angels are helping there, but so yes, the realms itself there. This is basically the idea of self in Buddhism, idea of karma itself there. When one is working up basically on good karma itself there, they would go to heaven itself there, or a godly realm there, but not in a literal sense itself there. That's basically good karma itself there, in a context of spiritual speaking itself there. You're working up with heaven, with basically the angelic beings as well there, heavenly beings as well there, or the devas itself there. And when you're basically on a re when you're basically on a bad karma, you're basically like doing sin or something, or in ignorance. Obviously you're in hell itself there. You're in hell. You're basically interacting with demons unknowingly there, intrusive thoughts, negative thoughts, and just bad stuff itself there. It's bad stuff itself there. Basically of that stuff there, and unknowingly in this stuff there, we're basically, or the borders will basically like shifting there unknowingly itself there, and basically that dictates our life as well, that dictates our life or our consciousness to as well there. But really like thinking about this personal heaven is basically personal hell there, or really like um it's basically distincts themselves there, but we're really just away itself there for this freaking entities to just come with there, because angels can also come with the false good as well there, like basic the false good there, or especially not angels really, not angels, but basically like there's like false ones basically there, that basically you are a soldier of God there. The suffering were made for you there, they're made for you there, and make you stronger there. And the demons, the obvious there. So really in a sense of that there, and even fucking voice itself there, the ego is conditioned itself there to be real. Ego is conditioned itself there to really appease the low there. So really like connecting to the fucking like reptilian brain, or basically the reproductive system there, or hell, or lower chakra there, or root chakra is really like good. And even a freaking voice itself there, if you know with itself, and basically the idea, basically the ego shift itself there, that's interesting in itself there. The ego shift itself there, yeah, is awesome there. But in a sense there, when you're interacting itself there with entities itself there, but basically you're interacting with demon there, they could just use like actually, or not just actually, like really like impose itself as these good dudes there, this good dudes there, and basically good dudes there, and basically like, yeah, believe this, yeah, believe we're freaking like angels, man, like basically like freaking that in a nutshell there, basically that in a nutshell there. That's basically it there. That doesn't mean if you have like angels itself, there are actually like stuff that actually will help you. Yeah, of course there, but of course there, but it's freaking like the freaking shapeshifter was, of course there. And do you know what freaking like grinding your gear really there? Freaking trickster beings there, or freaking when people itself there were hitting DMTs there, then hitting DMTs there, they're giving the stories that they're freaking seeing like this jokesters there, or basically these freaking clowns there. Probably there's a theory that basically the Nephilim were freaking like clowns to be honest there, but just freaking clowns themselves there. And when you're interact with them, they're that yeah, interact with them there, or the trickster beings usually there, trickster being itself there. And they gave you wisdom, but in a sense they freaking annoy you to be honest there though. They freaking annoy you to be honest there. And the greatest lush form itself there is freaking annoyance itself there. There's a person itself there getting annoyed by basic like simple stuff itself there. By basically really like simple stuff itself there. But really simple stuff itself there. But the issue about the annoyance there is just basically a person itself there come past to that stuff itself there. Or basically like a little like puny fucking thing itself there, and the people a person underestimate that thing there, it become grow there through attention and the resistance as well there. It became like a part of the ego or the system itself there. And people that just live with it there, with their anchor feeling itself there, basically there. That's pretty much it there about this fucking stupid like fucking like trickster beings there. They're so freaking like don't trust them even to be honest, dude. Don't trust them to be honest, dude. So yeah. Yeah. And also as well there, this is actually interesting too about the interesting to there about some beings there like saying they're giving you a test or something there. That's pretty much it there though. That's kind of self-explanatory and stuff in its own, to be honest though. Self-explanatory in itself there. So yeah. If basically like being special, it's probably either of really wanting to get energy itself out of you there, or get energy out of you there, but they're really in a sense like create that issue there, then fix it there. That's pretty much great that issue there, and just fix it there. That's pretty much it there. In accounting that basically beings there just fucking remove them to be honest though. Being there just remove them to be honest though. That's pretty much it there. That's it there. About that's also as well about topic of non-duality there. It is really awesome in a sense there, but in a spiritual realm, there or a spiritual sense itself, the non-duality is great, but really they're like don't be freaking like gullible or freaking like really easy to deceive there. There's a story itself there about the Buddha itself there, who actually about the Buddha that actually come down basically. This basically having a dream, I guess, a dream there, and he's in his palace there. And just freaking like people there like tries to deceive him, but Buddha actually outsmarted there. That actually outsmarted them. That outsmarted actually them. That's pretty much it there. That's pretty much it there. Even the Buddha itself there like knows there. It's spiritual freaking realm there. It's just there's like a lot of freaking like bull, like there's like bull crap there to be honest there. And yeah, when saying like spiritual realm, like the mental realm there, it's just not just mental there, but people like unironically there with basically like beings there. They're basically beings or lower dimensional beings, it's the lower vibrational beings there. They're actually unconsciously channeling or opening portals to those fucking dudes there. That's pretty much it there. Pretending to be angels there. They're basic freaking like reptiles to be honest though. There's freaking like reptiles, freaking like reptoids, and freaking like archons there. And this is actually the worst thing itself. They're actually obviously like, using their your knowledge against you there. And even the worse itself there, when one itself there is basically scared of entity possession, i.e. there, when just freaking like stupidly like watching, just basically like, watching like some freaking like really like um overhyping itself there. Like for example, some freaking like movies, some movies itself there, like movies like Christian movie there that's just really like overhyping this freaking like demonic possession there, or even just that freaking knowledge itself there. Like oh my gosh, the freaking like Christians there, they're like through demonic possession there. When basically like people unironically don't know they're basically like demonically possessed, not in that extent there. But actually, not in that extent. This freaking reptoids freaking use that thing itself there about ooh possession there. Ooh, you're a skit. Yeah, I believe that you're a freaking schizo to be honest there, but really you're not there. You're just using their freaking left brain against you to be honest there. Or using their left brain there, just you really want you to get stuck in freaking like that. But yeah, believe it's actually like we're just your thoughts. We're just your thoughts. And they're basically when they're thoughts, you're basically integrating them on your own. Better not. Better not. Sorry, dude. Better not. And also, better not there. And also as well, this freaking piece of crap as well there that actually come as well there. They're actually there like use that. Oh, it's actually your ego there. But actually there, yeah, that could make sense to us as well there. But the issue about that could make sense to us as well. Like, they will be a part game, but you better kill them. The end. Like freaking actually like freaking like cut their eyeballs or something there. Freaking basically that's pretty much it to be honest, dude. So yeah. And also as well there like fictional knowledge. Like fictional knowledge like really not scary there, it's really like clean off there. When just basically like a has basically this freaking like entities itself or basically just being just use that stuff against you there or something there that you really like yeah I believe that I can like really like possess people in a really like really bad sense like freaking really bad sense like in freaking I don't know there like freaking like this is some freaking like possession like freaking like glazed possess glazed like possession freaking like Christian movie or something there to be honest there. And to be honest there, and to be honest there, the demons were ridiculously weak there. Then there's really strong. Or these dudes were really freaking strong with given energy there. But when given energy and given energy and resistance, the actually best way out of them is just fucking kill them. That's it. You fucking kill them yourself there. Pretty much it. That's it. Those are basic topics. That's basic Mr. Skills. That's kinda it to be honest though. It's kinda it to be honest though. That's pretty much it my guys there. The end. Stay safe, absolutely there. Freaking like good work, dude. Good work. Defend yourself there spiritually or astrally as well there. This freaking piece of crap there to be honest there. The piece of crap there and also as well really clean off yourself there and just basically the parasites gone to as well. Pretty cool. So yeah, pretty awesome there. Yeah, I hope you enjoy this freaking like content there. Just basically putting without the stuff there. Kinda like changing the channel a bit there. Obviously this is basically like the first batch I guess of English basically like English speaking stuff there as well there because really as well I'm kind of like really as well there to be honest there really to be honest there obviously so if you see the child is freaking Mr. Skills there it's the Tagalog child there but freaking like include like the foreigners too as well there because yeah that's pretty much it there. Kind of feeling alien ain't bad to be honest though. Kind of feeling alien is just yeah I guess it is a Filipino too awesome that's cool so yeah trust your spirit trust your heart trust your God that's pretty much it.